And something you touched on several times today, which I think is really important, I want people to hear from you, is this idea of light exercise after meals. So what's your experience and recommendations with that?
By the way, there are now studies demonstrated this impact specifically, but back in the early 1990s, Dr. Horinucci and other colleagues of mine, we put together this 6-month-long intensive program for patients on the island of Guam. And so we started checking blood sugars before, 1 hour and 2 hours after every meal for the first 2 weeks of the program to see what was going on. And what we discovered was that when we did light to moderate exercise immediately after the meal, we would, because we tabulated this for years, so we have all the data, we would get anywhere between a 1 to 3 point drop in blood sugars per minute used with light exercise. So for instance, if you start out with a blood sugar of 200 before the meal, and then 1 hour after that meal, let's say your blood sugar's at 250. You could actually drop that blood sugar with 20 minutes of exercise. You could drop that blood sugar, instead of being 250, it's now 190, just because of the exercise. And then, of course, if you add on the right nutrition with that meal, it's like transformation. People get it, and now they're willing to put the effort on the diet. They're willing to put their effort on being active immediately after meals, not get sweaty, not get huffy and puffy, not get tired, just light. You're just going out walking or doing something as simple as raising the arms above their heads. And, this has been demonstrated in gestational diabetes for 30 years now. You do 20 minutes of sitting on a chair doing this after every meal, you can lower your blood sugars 100 points at the 1 hour mark, from diabetic to perfect in just 6 weeks.
Now, here's a question. How does that compare to exercising before a meal? Do you know the difference between before versus after?
Actually, research has looked at that. And of course, exercise done appropriately is good at any time, right? So we don't want to discourage people from doing exercise at a time when they can't do it. But if somebody has the option to do it either right before or right afterwards, it is actually best to do it immediately after that meal is complete. And I tell them, don't do the dishes, just get out there. And so my mother, who, was always pushing for all the men to help clean the kitchen after the meal, she said, no, we got to clean the kitchen first. And I said, Mom, if you go walking with us, we'll have more energy so we can help you clean the kitchen. We won't feel like sitting on the couch. So absolutely, right after the meal is best, and optimally a little bit before and after, if you have the time.